Hi, it's Olumide on Green Educast. Today's conversation is going to focus on how a fast food retail outlet at the Obafemi Awolowo University campus is employing innovation to drive an increase in market share. Along the street of the prestigious Obafemi Awolowo University, there are many arrays of retail product vendors and service providers seeking to attract students and other campus residents to their stores. Amidst all these business Azu panorama is a notable fast food joint popularly known as E Dey Hot. In the next few minutes, I will be explaining to you the strategy employed by the E Dey Hot fast food joint to create a dynamically expanding business service. This fast food joint specializes in the real-time production and selling of flour snacks, buns and puff-puff. The snacks are produced on the spot and handed over to customer while it is still very hot. This type of approach to fast food retailers is not a new one, just like innovation doesn't entirely mean something that never existed. Vendors of beef cake, fried potatoes, fried yam, etc. all employ this approach to their product service delivery, as it's commonly believed that snacks are always sweetest when it is very hot. This retail stall was able to extend and apply the approach of real-time fast food delivery to an already existing product at a new time period, and this resulted in an huge success. Now, this is a schematic diagram showing how the retail stall was able to employ different drivers of innovation to create an entirely new business framework. Now, we have an existing product. The buns and the puff-puff, it has always been existing. They did not innovate by creating a new product. They have an existing product which we all know and we're familiar with. However, to the layer of an existing product, they decided to employ a new service delivery method which was not commonly used to deliver this existing product. The usual way of delivering this product is to make the product from a different store and distribute among the retailers. But they decided to employ a new delivery method, that is a real-time delivery method, to make the product, to produce the snacks, and at the same time serve customers while it is still very hot. So they decided to employ a new delivery method to an existing product, and that resulted into an innovation. And to make their innovation constructs to be much more stronger, they decided to add a new time scale canvas to the existing product, which has already included a new delivery service method. So by introducing a new timescale product, they were able to reform the old existing market framework and created a new retail outlet known as the E Dey Hot store. Now, basically, this stall is not producing an entirely new product. It has only successfully innovated along its service delivering approach and time. These two innovative boundaries created a blue ocean market that makes it easier for the stall to gain an increasing traction of the market size. If the fast food delivery method was applied to the flour snacks at the usual time, which is always night, it wouldn't have gained much success, as there would be so many substitutes for the product. Looking across the university campus, this approach is also being employed at the Department of Food Science and Technology to a product commonly known as the tech bread. The tech bread is baked and served to waiting customer while it is still very fresh and hot. You shouldn't be surprised the bread gets exhausted few hours after production. The truth is this: innovation can happen at any stage of the supply chain. Your duty as an entrepreneur is to critically assess the whole supply chain, from production to distribution to retailing and to servicing the customer. Identify the highest friction that exists and suggest multiple solutions to reduce that friction. Studying the existing market framework and the science behind the act, which of the key factors can you adjust? To do this successfully, you must be able to sketch out the strategic canvas of the existing market, and of course, develop an operational business model that describe confidently the existing market framework. From the model, you can begin to introduce new variables and fine-tune the existing one until you can optimize the end result of your targeted supply chain segment. Thank you very much for listening. It's Olumide on Green Energy Cast.